Did you unmute our microphone?
Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to another episode of ZoukCast. We are here as every Wednesday with a different topic. Before presenting you our guest of today's episode, let me say hello to DJ Nim. Hello Nim, how are you?
Hey, Sandra, I'm good today.
Yeah?
How are you?
Winter is there already or not so cold?
No, it's not so cold, but it's starting. It's getting there.
Okay, yeah, we are.
I think the place where Nemanja lives, it's colder.
Yeah. Hello Nemanja, how are you?
Hello. I'm very good, and yeah, here we have snow from today.
So quite cold. No, I don't see you in a cold mood. Huh? You are with shorts.
I'm in a summer mood, yes.
Yeah. Okay. One of the main reasons that we have invited you today is because one of the members of our production team saw a video in which you were complaining a little bit about the problem that you have when you want to organize an event and you don't have the support of the local people that you may expect. Before going to the main topic, why don't you introduce yourself and explain us a little bit about you?
Well, first of all, my name is Nemanja, and yeah, I'm originally from Serbia. I was born there, and I live in Estonia already for 5 years, almost 5 years. And yeah, I work as a professional dancer for almost 20 years. And I DJ also for a long time, since I was in high school, and so my main focus was always music and dance and different kind of arts. So this is what I make a living already for many years.
And with which dance you started?
Originally I started the most was Brazilian dances actually. I started with capoeira. I started with North Brazilian dances like forró, like afoxé and other dances that mostly are in Bahia. So the Brazilian culture started for me first, like as the biggest influence to my dance knowledge later. Then I switched to more jazz, contemporary, African dances, salsa, bachata, hip hop, a lot of stuff, ballet, and so I'm trying all the time to learn something new and to explore every possible dance that I can, so I can grow. Yeah.
Okay, great. And Zouk, when did it came to your life?
Zouk.
Yes, Kizomba, no? The event you were organizing was mainly for Kizomba.
Yeah, for Kizomba. The last, let's say, 10 years, more or less, I focused more on Kizomba. Zouk, I never did like, for example, Brazilian Zouk or Lamba Zouk. I never did that form of it. I was more learning about the original Zouk, the Antillean Zouk. So it actually looks much more. It's closer to Kizomba.
Mm.
So I started, of course, with Zouk music and every other similar styles to that, and slowly got to Kizomba in time. So yeah.
And did you learn all these dances in the place you are living, Lefit?
No, I was traveling a lot.
Okay, so you went to Brazil?
No. Most of it was happening in Europe, because in Serbia, when I started capoeira, it was in Serbia with people who were coming. Especially my first teacher was from UK,
Mm-hmm.
and he was there coming over there since 1996, I think.
1996. Wow.
Yeah, I think he started 1996 coming, and then I started training with him 98.
Mm-hmm.
And so we had different teachers. Later there was more and more Cubans in Serbia, so I started learning salsa, bachata with them.
Mm-hmm.
Later we had again more Angolan people. So I had a lot of friends from the Angolan embassy, so they were showing me, the videos from Angola, like with Semba, with Kizomba. So I was slowly introduced to this thing, and then of course I started traveling as I wanted to learn. So the more info I can get anywhere.
You started with the Brazilian dances, like was it solo dance or like partner dancing?
First solo, which means capoeira mainly. Capoeira, it's called capoeira de Angola, capoeira from Angola. It's the original form of capoeira, and it's a solo dance, but not in a frame form. You play it with another person.
Mm-hmm.
And you learn there to sing, to dance, to make instruments, to play the instruments. You learn about the history. So it's very, very in detail, like if you want to, do this dance. So this is my first communication with like serious training and serious understanding of the movement.
So how long are you dancing now?
Well, almost 20 years, like seriously. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, not bad.
Yeah, soon 20 years. Yeah.
Which of the dances do you prefer the most?
Well, currently my biggest time, my biggest investment in dance and the style is mostly kizomba now. But before, and I still do, I dance, I teach salsa, I teach bachata. If I'm trying to change as much as I can, to go out to dance, because I get bored very easily. So I need to play with the movement and to, I go.
Yeah.
I go to tango, I go to play capoeira, I go sometimes hip hop, jazz, so I just do anything possible.
Okay, cool. But if you are teaching also, do you teach normal classes or do you go to congresses or other events to teach?
Yeah, I teach regular classes in the city where I live. Plus, it's going to be, I think, 10 years now. I started teaching at originally at salsa festivals. 10 years ago, more or less, I started, and I was teaching there salsa, bachata, also kizomba, but it was 99. No, sorry, I'm bad with years. 2008, I started teaching more or less kizomba, but back then there were almost zero kizomba anywhere in Europe, besides Portugal, the UK, Poland, and Serbia. So, and then later we started having kizomba festivals. So it slowly moved from salsa festivals to kizomba festivals. Now I do both, but that's also my career for 10 years, traveling with my dance partner. We teach all around the world. So yeah.
Nice.
And what about your experience organizing events? When did you start, or when was your first event that you organized, alone or together with a group of people?
I don't remember the year, but it was, I think, 2003, I think, was one of my first more serious dance events. I used to organize parties back in Belgrade in Serbia, like dance parties with salsa, bachata, and I also organized bigger events like Capoeira International Festival, let's say festival, congress, whatever you want to call it. So it means a lot of people coming from all over Europe. You have to organize everything, of course, accommodation, food, you bring the teacher. So I started small with that, connected to maybe our community, like Zouk, Bachata, Kizomba, Semba. My first bigger, let's say big festival was 2007 in Serbia. It was Salsa Congress, Serbia, where we had really everything from Cuban salsa, bachata, we had Kizomba. So let's say that was one of the bigger events. Before, mostly small weekends and nothing seriously big, but yeah, that was the first huge event we did. And since then, I organize every year. I organize in Serbia now. In Estonia, I have a Kizomba festival. I used to organize a salsa festival, and I'm participating and helping a lot of festivals around Europe. I'm helping them make the events better. So with like informational help about the lineup or certain details. So yeah, I do a lot of organization.
So which are for you the main ingredients to make a great event?
There's a lot of them, not only one. Now, I think first time after, let's say, these 10 years, I feel very, very confident about organizing events. I think it took me a long time to get where I am now, to understand what exactly I want and how do I want it, and to be very, very specific with the details, because I believe I found the recipe of a good festival. And what I think from my perspective, because as I travel as an artist, I see very often what is missing, what would I maybe like to be improved. So I use all this information for my events. So I have let's say two perspectives.
But how long are you organizing events?
Well, I explained before. So my first big festival was 2007. like big festival.
So, but if you have like a concept like this will work, but in 2007, is it still working like in 2015,
No,
2016?
no,
It's
no.
changed, right?
It changed because I changed also, and it's changing also because the I believe the dance scene is changing a lot, and many of the patterns we had before are changing every year. I mean, now festivals are really, many festivals are struggling, as you know, to keep them going, to keep them running and successful. And there's a lot of new ways to market and a lot of new ways how to improve. So everyone is trying to be unique and to keep their festivals going. So I believe every year it has to change if you want to stay in the business.
Yeah. And how do you choose, if you invite artists, how do you choose them? Do you know them personally or by reference or?
No, I know them personally because, like I said before, when you asked about what is the main ingredient, one of them is finding a really good lineup. For me, for my I choose a lot of things. Like first of all, they have to all between each other. And that
I hear a lot of people. Not sure if it's Sandra's computer or.
well, I hear my voice suddenly.
Yeah. Is your, do you have headphones, Sandra?
No.
Okay, maybe it's maybe that's why, because I hear echo. I hear Nemanja and myself like twice.
Yeah,
Let me put my headphones just in case.
it's okay. It's live, you know.
Yeah, yeah, it's better.
Okay. Good.
So yeah, like I said, for me, I think and I think in general, who wants to organize events this year in Croatia, when I was in the festival, we had one day event which was focused on educating people on who want to make events, people who already make events. So there were 5 of us on the panel, with Franco who organized Berlin Salsa Congress, Robert White who organized UK, Vladimir who organized Croatia. So I was one of them, and Chris also from Dubai. And so we were explaining how we do the events, because I had the smallest event from them all. Most of them have minimum 1,000 people events. Mine event is 300, 400, maximum 500 people. So, and what I explained then, that number one, lineup, because you have to, for me, I choose someone who's really experienced, who know what they're doing, of course. I need to know how they teach. So I need to see them first. I need to know how they behave socially. For me, my festival is all about social dance.
Okay.
So if the artist is not dancing socially, is not socializing with people, being open-minded and humble, I'm not booking them. I don't care what the name is, how popular they are. I'm not gonna book them.
Yeah, but as dancer, you're a professional dancer. You're organizing events. You're giving classes. You are traveling a lot, and I can imagine that organizing event can be hard, can be killing. Are you still motivated? Are you still going for it? Are you like, I don't know? Because I know a lot of organizers. They are teaching, and at a certain point they started organizing, and after organizing, they are like completely dead. Like, okay, I'm gonna stop with dancing. How do you deal with this?
Well, we just finished my festival this weekend, so this is the third day after my festival. So it was a really successful festival. We had a lot of people, a lot of good energy, and I have my moments when I stop and think, okay, it's really worth it. Like, why am I doing this? And it makes, of course, it's normal, it's natural to think like this, but then the festival is successful. Then you see all these people smiling, and you get all this feedback after. And for me, after that, I just say, okay, let's do it again. And I think to be persistent and consistent, it's one of the keys, even when it's difficult. I mean, I'm dead tired. Even now, I'm dead tired, and I still didn't sleep well. But I think it's worth it.
Okay.
If you really do it for the people, not for the money, I think it's worth it.
And do you have? I can imagine you have people behind you to help you with all this organization, or you do it all alone.
Of course, this is the second key element. Like, you have to have a really good team, and I'm lucky to have a really maybe the best team I ever worked with so far in my career. And they are very responsible, and everyone has their own jobs. We connect, we talk a lot. And yeah, I think this is really, really important to have if you want a good event. And I always say, okay, me as a, let's say, the main person of this event, I believe it's important to be a really strong and good leader, positive leader, not the boss. There's a difference between a boss and a leader. So I try to be a leader and to push them when I get tired, when maybe they, you know, they cannot do something, we switch, we help each other. So yeah, the key is a good team.
Okay, let's talk now about the particular video that you posted, complaining a little bit about the lack of support.
Well, not complaining.
What happened? Well, or yeah, talking. Okay, talking.
So yeah, I made this video a while ago, and I think a lot of people started thinking more about it and talking more about it. And I think the community needs more communication on many topics, but this is one of them, because it doesn't mean that we should like, hey, like, I don't get this, or I should get that. I'm unorganized. I don't think we should complain about our work. Our work is definitely difficult, and the people don't need to know everything about it. Of course, everything. When you come to a fest, everything should look smooth, happy. You don't know what's happening behind the scene. You don't know all the problems we have as organizers to create something. Maybe 5 minutes before there was a huge chaos, but you don't know. So, and this is very important. But I made that video because the main reason, because two of my good friends, one lady from Belarus and one gentleman from Austria, they, in the same day, I don't know how it happened, but on the same day, they announced they will not do their festival anymore. And after years and years of organizing, and I was actually sad because I know their intention is a positive one. I know the quality of the events were very high. So they were bringing really good teachers, and they were focusing on this family atmosphere, which I also do. And I believe it was a big loss for the community, not just in the city, but Europe. Because for me now, unfortunately, the quality is dropping a lot. We have more and more events, a lot more kizomba dances, but much less and less quality events. And I think I was not happy when I heard they're canceled. So I made this video to maybe put another perspective into people's mind to see that we need their support. If people want us to continue with making the events quality events, we cannot do this without them.
And how do you think people can support? By visiting the events, or like helping, volunteering, promoting, I don't know?
Hosting, maybe?
Well, I mean, anything from physical to moral help. I'm saying from my perspective, I'm super happy, when I get even an email, simple email, hey Nemanja, like I heard you have this event, like I really wish you all the best. And like moral support is very, very important, because it can get difficult, especially nowadays, with people cannot afford everything, people cannot maybe travel. So to create an event which is not in a minus, and I don't know how much you know, but if I heard well, over 80-something% of events in Europe are every year in a minus. So that is a huge number, which means most of these events are made not to profit, but just to make an event. I don't know what reason. Maybe someone wants, to get known. Some people do it for the community. But I also don't think it's a good thing. I think we should profit with all this work done. I think it's a normal thing. It's a big job.
Yeah.
So why shouldn't we profit? But for me, it's not my main goal as an organizer. But definitely, I need help for people like I said, moral support, talking about it, so if they can talk to other people about it, to motivate them to come to workshops. Because I don't know how it goes in your Zouk community, but in our community, less and less people take workshops.
So which will be, in your experience, the percentage more or less of a congress of party passes versus the full pass, including workshops?
Again, sorry, I didn't understand quite.
in which you say that more and more people is taking less classes or workshops. Of a full congress that you organize, I can imagine you have at least two types of passes, like party passes for only parties and the full passes including workshops. Which percentage of each do you sell? I mean, 50-50, or you sell normally?
No, it's we always, of course, have more people in the parties. It's normal, and the workshops. Well, let's say we're trying to make maximum 250 people we can have in the workshops in 3 rooms. So it means 3 rooms, 250. Let's say average 100 people per room, which is already a lot. My opinion, it's already a lot. And I'm planning next year to reduce that number so we have better quality. But parties, of course, we have more. We have 350, 400 people in the parties.
Yeah.
So, but for example, I know a lot of people in my city. Last year I have to say, we had more people in the workshops from our community, but this year we had less. We had more foreigners in the workshops than locals. And this is where the issue starts. And this is where my friends from Belarus and Austria, this is why they canceled their events, because the local community was not, they stopped going to workshops. I heard different reasons why. I mean, I heard some really stupid ones, like, jealousy or thinking they make huge money, we make huge money, which it doesn't make sense. I mean, it's not true, of course. So for some reason, there's less and less local people when you have the event in their city. And
yeah, so
yes,
maybe they do bring up several teachers in the lineup, and the local people will travel to Russia to meet them and to have classes with them. But when you bring them to your own city, they don't pay the attention or they don't react as you expect, no?
Maybe. I mean, it can be different reasons, and I understand everyone has their own reasons. I'm not judging and saying you have to go. Some people come only for the parties because maybe they cannot afford the full pass. Maybe they can only afford the, I'm very open-minded and understandable. I can understand a lot about why maybe, but I don't know. Maybe I have this mentality when I started. My mentality after almost 20 years is I still want to take classes. Like I always want to take classes, like until the day I die. I don't know when. I hope long. So as much as I can grow all the time, this is my mentality. So maybe for me it's strange that I see people like, hey, I come this year, but next year I don't need the classes. I'm already good, or I don't know. Not everyone in the same situation, I understand, but still. And this can actually, my opinion, the biggest customers, your customers should be the local people.
Yes.
Because you make this event, I make this event for them. I mean, I make this event to bring. Sorry?
Yeah, the same. No, I agree with you. You make the event for local people to enjoy both of international social dancers and the teachers, and to create the atmosphere and all this. No, so
yeah. So then this is maybe those moments when I think, hey, why am I doing this? Like, should I do this for? I mean, I started doing this for the community to make them, to grow, to make the community grow, and to make them experience something new. So it keeps their engine running for next year, for one more year, to stay in the community, to continue dancing. You motivate them, But then it made me think, like, okay, if my majority of students are foreigners and not locals, of course it makes me think, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
And but like I said, then I saw all these faces, happy faces, and those people, local people, they come to the parties. Most of them come to the parties. So okay, if that's the only thing they can do, it's okay. So it's not easy to find balance, but we're doing our best.
Yeah, sure. What do you think about this, Nymph?
I think maybe he should introduce Zouk into his community to get more people to his workshop.
We have a little bit of Zouk in our community. We have a little bit of Brazilian Zouk.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people. I support the people who are trying to make it more alive, but it's very difficult. And the closest big community we have of Zouk is in Finland, 2 hours from here by boat. Finland has a really nice festival with Zouk. They had it 2 weeks ago, and there's a lot of good dancers there. But here in Tallinn, still, it's, I think it takes someone. No, it takes someone and the community to make it grow. Someone really passionate to kickstart this energy, and so the beginning is difficult,
Yeah, but is there no way to still motivate the local people to come to the workshop and to follow the classes? Because if they don't come to the workshop, means they are not interested enough.
Well, of course, I think a lot about it, and I think if you bring one artist 1 year, maybe it could be that they think, okay, if that artist come back next year, okay, I don't have anything to learn from him. I heard these things also. I heard these reasons, like, but it doesn't make sense if there's a really good artist coming and you have only 3 workshops with him. Example, it doesn't make sense that you learned everything from him.
Yeah.
So if he,
I know some organizers here in Europe. They like, most people are getting bored, like going to the normal workshops. So those organizers make this like masterclass for people that are already dancing or advanced dancers. But it's like just marketing, commercial stuff to get people to the workshop. But the masterclass is like nothing else than more advanced kind of workshop.
Yeah, this
and
is
maybe
another.
Longer.
Yeah.
Maybe longer also. Masterclass
Yeah.
is what she was saying, marketing a workshop, but for more advanced people, sorry, and instead of 1 hour, maybe 2 hours.
2 or 3 hours. Yeah.
Yes.
That's true. For me, when I hear masterclass, I get very I'm not super happy to hear that, because I came to the salsa, kizomba, bachata, zouk world from very serious dancers, like contemporary, like capoeira, like ballet, like dancers who really demand your attention and a lot of work. And so for me, when I came to this community, I was like, okay, like, nice. I'm very strict with my classes. We have a lot of fun, but I'm very strict, and people are not used to that, because they think, oh, we just come for fun, we come and leave, we can forget everything we learned. And when I heard first time master class, I'm in my head like, okay, master class, that must be like, wow, amazing dancer. And I went many years to a workshop, and I was like, no, this is not the master class. This is
it's beginners.
well, it's not beginners, but for my standards, how I see things, from my experience, master class is someone who trains a lot, minimum 10-15 years. And I don't see anyone below that number that it can be a master. I mean, you cannot be a master in anything in life in 3 years. Maybe you can, I don't know, maybe I'm missing something, but anything serious in dancing or martial arts. I also studied martial arts for the same period almost as dance. I mean, you cannot even think about becoming a master.
Yeah, there's even beginners, like they are dancing a couple of months or maybe half year. They are going to this master class and trying and thinking after the master class they will be master, but I don't know. I don't get this idea.
Well, yeah, it can be a marketing thing, of course, and I think we should be a little bit more strict to people, in a positive, constructive way. Not whipping them, but like being more honest to them and to ourselves. Like, what are we teaching and what are they learning? So, a lot of people that I know, they say, "Oh, I'm advanced," but really they are on a improver level, maybe on the way to intermediate. And if we say, "Hey, yes, you're really good," and you are advanced, but he's not, I think we're just damaging them in a very bad way. And so then one day these people will stop going to workshops because they think they're good enough.
Yeah.
They already have this program in their head. Hey, oh, I'm already really good. Why should I go to workshops? Why should I support? Why should I do anything? So it might be connected to this.
Yeah, sure.
Good point. Yeah.
Nymph, can you check if there is any question from our audience, please?
Let me check. No questions.
Do you have any other question for our guest?
Do you have some advice for the organizers?
Advice?
Yeah.
I can share a few secrets that I believe it's important. I believe there are secrets. What I learned, for example, what I do for my festival, and I noticed that it works. Like I said in the beginning, good lineup, but very important to find out somehow. I already know for the people that I book, but to find out, are these people in good relation? Because if they're all friends, if they know each other, if they can communicate, if they're nice people, they will give 10 times more energy on the festival. Because I've been to festivals where imagine artists don't talk to each other because they're in a fight, but they're on the festival. So you see them avoiding each other, it creates a bad vibe. This is number one. Number two, feed the artist. Maybe it sounds, I'll explain what it means. Yeah, feed the artist. Because for me, for us, Kizomba is a community, like how I see it. Kizomba is a lot about, especially in the old days, Zouk the same. There's a lot about good music, good food, drinks, fun, hanging out together. And I tell you this as an artist. When I travel, if the organizer don't feed me well, I will not be I will not be happy.
Like feed a lot of alcohol, those kind of stuff.
No. It's not about alcohol. Food. It's really like I talk to people. I talk to my friends, and the artists understand me. When I talk in public about this, people laugh at me. But if you invest a lot in food, which is not a lot, of just a few extra €100, food connects people. Eating together on the table, and really, food connects people. And I see everything in life is energy. If you create energy on the dinner table, if you create energy between the artists, it will automatically affect your festival 10 times more. It will affect the artists. They will dance longer. They will stay longer on the parties. They will create an amazing energy. And people don't think about it, but I do. And for me, it works. It does. And we have so many, we had so much fun this weekend, and there's a lot about the secrets. So yeah.
I should join your congress or event next time to get the food, for the food only.
If you're hungry, welcome.
but I eat mostly fruit, so I'm vegetarian. I eat mostly fruit, so.
Okay, I'm vegan.
Yeah.
I'm vegan. I eat even less.
Cool. Okay. Well, I think you have given us very good tips. I have taken notes for our event also. And it's true that what you were saying about the food, because last July in our Zouk Devils event, we did this precisely with the artists. So we had a room where we give the dinners and lunches to the artists, and we had dinner together. And it's true that you get to know people in another way, no? And you get to empathize more with them. And they dance a lot that night, all the nights during the festival. And it's the first time we have done it, and I have to say also from my perspective that it's also a very good thing to take into account.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, like I said, maybe others don't think about it, but I hope they will from now on, because if you feed me, I will dance the whole night, non-stop. So.
Cool.
Okay, great. Nymph, I don't know if you have any other question for him to finalize.
What is this Sansi salsa on your T-shirt?
Well, it's the first thing. It's the first shirt I found that is clean. But this is the
after the festival, no?
This is the Sea, Sun, and Salsa. It's the Croatian festival in Croatia in June. It's actually the biggest. The first part of the festival is Zouk and Kizomba Bachata. It's sensual, and the second part is salsa and a few sensual dances. And it's actually the biggest, I think, festival in the world. The second part is 4,000 people. I think this year was 4,000.
Wow.
The sensual one, I was there teaching this year. It was around 1,500 to 2,000 people. So we had a lot of Zouk teachers, we had a lot of Kizomba teachers, and bachata. So yeah, this is the shirt I got. So,
cool.
And it's clean.
Okay.
Okay, great. So, well, I think we can finalize with this very last message, not about having clean t-shirts after a congress, but about the tips that he has given to make an event successful. And let's ask more support for the locals, because as he said, we organize them mainly for them to be able to dance, to enjoy, and to learn in their own city, which is a very good thing. And that's all for today. I hope to see you next week. The episode will not be on Wednesday. It will be on Saturday with Abdel and Varia from Zouk in Netherlands. We will post all the information soon. So, well, I hope you have enjoyed, and I really hope to see you here next week.
Yes, of course.
Thank you for the invitation.
Bye.